Edinburgh is now a free port. 75% of Edinburgh is a free port. Have you got any? I mean, obviously, the UK government would have imposed that upon Scotland, whatever we said. And I don't think it was necessarily something that the Scottish government, really a couple of years back, wouldn't it? That it was probably, I don't know, I can't remember when it was, but 19 or 18 when that started to come up as an issue. It was a Brexit hash over, really, to try and, they said, get investment to come to them. But of course it means that there's a lot of people can now open businesses in Edinburgh as part of the Freeport, get subsidy from the UK government up to £25 million, and then they can operate without the stuff that every other operator of business has to do with the health and safety, the amount of money they can pay their people, because they can pay below the minimum wage, they can, etc. Have you got any comments about that? I mean, we called it green ports here when it came in, and I don't think there was any love of the idea, but it happened because Internal Market Act and all the rest of it negates a lot of stuff we do.
So under the current constitutional settlement, there were 2 free ports going to be established in Scotland, and the question for Scottish ministers was how to make sure that if that happened, because we don't have the powers to stop it happening at the moment until Scotland votes to have that power constitutionally, but at the moment we've not reached that destination, although of course we in our party believe that we will and we must. But at the moment there was going to be 2 free ports happening in Scotland. The question for Scottish ministers at that time was how do we make sure that Scotland benefits, and most importantly the people of Scotland benefit. So that's why Scottish ministers made sure that there was fair work requirements in the agreement, that there was environmental protection requirements in the agreement. And then there was a question of where these 2 ports were going to be. And you know, I have some scepticism, absolutely, towards the concept of a free port. But also I have a duty to argue for my constituents for jobs, and I felt it was right to support it coming to Leith rather than to Edinburgh, to the Firth of Forth, rather than another part of Scotland. And you know, I appreciate there's absolutely some negatives to the arrangement, and without detracting from that, there is also going to be significant job growth because of, not necessarily because of the Freeport aspect, but because of the fact that the Port of Leith is being turned into a renewables hub, and that is attracting investment, and I want to see jobs for young people, I want to see well-paid opportunities, and I'm working as hard as I can to make sure that my constituents in Leith and beyond benefit from what's happening.